What's up, gang? What's up, gang? What's up? What's up with it? What's up? Welcome back to my channel. Y'all, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys have been enjoying the last few videos, honestly, I did not know I would be doing, these baking videos. That brookie was disgusting. And I will be coming back to y'all with a part 2, the box mix. We're gonna follow those instructions, and we're not gonna be the only ones to taste them, because them junks is nasty. I was one of those kids that joined the military right after high school. Stupid. Yeah, some of y'all know, some of y'all don't know. I have been in the military. I've been enlisted for the last 6 years of my life in the military. It is a love-hate relationship. You have to know what you joined for, what were the reasons behind you joining, and stick to it. That would be my best advice in order to get through the military, of how many years you would like to do it. For those that are curious in the military and curious in joining. But there's been a lot of questions that I've always been asked, as people did find out, or I informed them that I was a part of the military. There's a lot of questions that they've asked me, and that they had a conception of like, oh, I know I can't do such and such because I'm in the military now. And a lot of the things that y'all be thinking be lies. Like, y'all, no. So I'm here today to basically tell y'all about not only a little bit about my experience, but busting some myths about the military that I've heard in the last 6 years after me joining. So if you guys do enjoy these type of videos, you let me know. And let me know if y'all be interested in some story times about them. Boy, I have some story times about the military, man, that from the time I joined till the time I switched, it's a whole debacle. But I can honestly say that I don't regret it. I'm very thankful. I'm very happy that I was able to serve the country for the last 6 years. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. No matter how many times I said bump the military, I can honestly say that the people that I was able to interact with, along with some of the other areas that I was struggling in, they were able to either make it better. Well, I scratched that. They were able to make it better. And the people that were there actually helped me along the way. So I will always appreciate that. They were able to, allow me to learn. I love to learn. So they were more intertwined with the hands-on learning. That's the best way for me to learn. So it was obviously like a best educational experience. But we're about to get into some of these myths now. So the first myth that honestly I have heard for the last 6 years is you won't be in contact with your family and friends. That's a lie. And they're mainly talking, let me backtrack. They're mainly talking about the basic training and what the Army calls, because I joined the Army, what the Army calls AIT. That is where you learn the job that you have chosen or that was chosen for you. When it comes to basic training, you're not going to have your phone 24/7. And some AITs, you won't have your phone 24/7. But what I can say is that you will be able to contact your family on multiple occasions, because how do you think they are able to come to the graduations and stuff? And the military, my drill sergeants, a lot of us have our phones frequently. And in AIT, I was able to keep my phone during training. So, it honestly depends on your experience, but I know for a fact that in basic training in AIT, you will have your phone at some point. You won't just cut all ties from family. It honestly just depends on your job, if they allow you to have phones 24/7. And again, it depends on the basic training you go to, depends on the state and everything. I won't say it depends on the state. It honestly depends on where you get basic training. You have to talk to them. Don't think that once you join the military and go through training and all that stuff that you won't be able to talk to your family and friends. You will have the opportunity to, just more so on your time, not their time, because it is now their time. So don't think that you can't talk to nobody. Okay, so the next one. Going into the military right out of high school means you will not get a college education. I've heard that a couple of times. That's completely false. I started school, left for the military, and came back to finish school. So, me doing it that way, I was able to get assistance from the military right off rip, instead of going into the scholarship program, the Green to Gold, or any of the other scholarship programs the military had to offer. I thought I could gain more benefit and gain more experience in the field that I was in currently, instead of just doing the scholarship way. I felt like I wanted the more authentic way of getting into the military. No offense against anybody that does ROTC all the way through. It just, no. I thought, hey, I could do ROTC when I come back, and that's how I become a commissioned officer when I graduate. But I thought back and said, I actually want to go from the ground up, because I wanted to be a drill sergeant. Shoot, I still want to be a drill sergeant. I said, ooh, I want to do what y'all do. I want to do what y'all do so bad. I'm currently a reservist. I've always been a reservist, and I'm remaining a reservist. I needed to put that out there. So I could become a drill sergeant and be in the reserves. That is perfectly fine. Yeah, I was rambling. I'm sorry. But that is completely false. Going to school, going into the military right after high school does not deter you away from going to college. I mean, you're still capable and able to go to college. Being in the military is kind of like working a regular 9 to 5 if you're active duty. The only difference is that you're on call 24/7. And there's certain days that those on-calls are taken more seriously, depending on if it's training-wise or actual threat. That is literally the only significant difference. So now to number 3. You know, we're rocking and rolling. We're keeping this going. Military training and jobs have little relation to the civilian world. So, a lot of people have the misconception that all I do in the army is shoot guns. Babe, no. There is specific jobs for every person in the military. It doesn't matter if you have the same job as somebody else or a different one. We all have jobs like the civilian world. If we're comparing world against world, military versus civilian, we damn near match up. We have our own police officers. We have our own teachers. We have our own everything. Literally have a copy of the civilian world into the military world. So all the jobs that y'all have, we have. We just have extra added on to us, you know? There are some jobs that you do have to go to college for in order to gain that type of, be qualified, I should say, for that job. That is one only other thing, but that's for both. They still give you the training the military way, but you also have to have training the civilian way as well. So that schooling the civilian way. Those are mainly the only two different things, but no, we have the same jobs. For example, I wanted to be a part of the JAG Corps in the military, which is the military lawyers. I would have to obtain my law license in order to be a military lawyer. So that means I have to go to school, pass the bar, obtain my license, and I have to be selected into the JAG Corps for the military. The fourth one would be the military benefits and pay are not competitive with the civilian world. If I completely can be honest with you guys, if we're talking about strictly money and benefits, I would rather be in the military all 20 years, because that's our retirement plan. I would be in the full 20 years because my pay will always go up. If I rank up, that'll be a way for my pay to increase as well. I have free healthcare. I don't have to accrue any sick time or vacation time. No, I get those too. I get 2 a month. That's all I've heard. And I still get paid for those. So it's like, you're on the job 24/7. You get paid for being on the job 24/7. You're just a salary pay. So you're always going to get the same paycheck unless you have any changes. If you have a kid, that's more money. If you have a husband, a wife, that's more money. If you decide, well, not if you decide, but if you do decide, in my position, if you do decide to go on a mobilization, not only are you getting money to pay for your home, because they help that, they do that too, pay for your home. They also pay for separation if you're away from your spouse. They also still do dependence pay. So when we're talking about what the military does compared to the civilian world when it comes to money, the military will always win. I don't care what anybody else has to say about that. I can honestly see that the military is the best option when it comes to that, significantly. But like I said, I'd rather have the military pay and benefits than civilian, because at least I'm getting all these plus more. In the civilian world, I'm only getting paid hourly, and if I do become salary, they still don't pay me for the family I got. They don't pay for my family to get seen by the doctor for free. Like, if we only talking about the pay and benefits for the military is the number one pick, not the civilian world. Thumbs up for that. Okay, so the last question I have, and not the last question, the last myth I'll be busting, is that once we get deployed, we do frontline work, so infantry. Like I kind of mentioned before about the jobs and training and stuff like that, we select or we're selected for a specific job, and that is what we do in the military on a day-to-day basis. We are not 11 bang bang. We do not do infantry. If worst comes to worst, that's when we'll be doing infantry. Other than that, we're doing our job, hun. So if I get deployed, I will still be doing the job that I have, unless instructed to do otherwise. But I also have the training for it. So it's not like I'm just going out there and I'm stuck like Chuck. But for the most part, for what I've known and from the stories I've heard, you're only doing your job. I've never been deployed. Let's put that there. I've never been deployed, but I have gone on like special missions and only special missions. And in that mission, I wasn't doing my job. I was doing something else. But they already clearly stated that prior to me accepting to join and to go onto it. So, yeah. But strictly for deployment purposes, if you are deployed with your unit, you're still doing the job that you have been trained for and passed the classes for to do your specific job. That's not going to change. But that's about it. I didn't really want to do a negative video towards the military, like a cons. I can do the cons. I will do the cons if it is asked, because there is, it's a give and take. It's obviously a give and take. I can say there's a lot of give in the military side, but there's a lot of take when it comes to on the other end of the spectrum. But if y'all want that, y'all just let me know, and I'll tell y'all from my experience personally. I'll tell y'all what it was and what it wasn't, what it is now, what it ain't. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys were interested in joining the military, just go to your local recruiter's office. If you personally ask me what branch would I join instead of first joining the Army, I will always say either the Air Force or the Navy. The Air Force because they treat you like royalty, and the Navy because it's the second best, and that's dead on that. The Army is I'm not gonna say it's a terrible branch, because I did gain some real friends and some real battle buddies. That's what we call each other. I really did gain some battles within being in the Army, so I don't regret my choice. But if I had to choose, it would have been those two. It would never been the Army. The Army was literally my last choice. But yeah, so like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check in for the next videos, because I am rolling them out back after back. It's not taking 2 months to take out or push out a video. It's not taking a couple days, maybe a week or so, to push out a video. So, you know, consistency is key. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Ciao for now.